They're recognizing the power that is ruling the world right now. You can't tell me that the Almighty is ruling the world right now, because he is not. This is not to say that the Almighty doesn't have power. But plainly put, the Almighty is not ruling the world today. We're all under the Luciferian matrix. Now, that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where he calculated and Satan calculated, his calculation was correct too. Aha. Okay. And the people of Satan are real flesh and blood. Some are black, some are white, some are of other nationalities. Go back and check the ancient African indigenous cultures and the folklore stories. Check the Zulus, check them out. Check out the native, check out the Algonquins. Most of the Algonquin Native Americans are blacker than everybody in this room. Now you tell them they're an African and see what happens to you. Come at them with that franchise title. They'll tell you that our original origin is from the Sirius star, from one of the 5 planets orbiting that star. And they will work directly from there to here, where you see them. It was not about one amoeba and another amoeba climbing out of the same butthole, and then all of a sudden the land split and then people crossed an ice bridge. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. People were sent to what was called the 4 corners of the earth from the very beginning. Very, very beginning. And when the Egyptians and Libyans came from space, they came as a science expedition. And they were well received as brothers and sisters on this planet when they came. We already knew who they were. We knew it already. The history about what you're talking about climbing out of the mudhole is nonsense. In order for you to be of this planet, you know what you have to be? You have to be silicon-based. You're not silicon-based, you're a carbon-based unit, not silicon. That's right. The people who live what you call in the rocks in the subterranean world, and their composition is silicon. They're what you call the sons and daughters of Earth. It's a lot of stuff y'all don't know anymore. Y'all just don't know this anymore. They can metabolize oxygen, food, water just like we can. The only difference is they're silicon-based because that's what the Earth is made of. That number one important ingredient that makes a planet a planet is silicon. And we are not silicon-based. We're not from here. Many of us have different start points. That brings me to the next issue of war. The Atlanteans were black folks, but they were the bad guys. They were down with that Luciferian rebellion. They belong to what you call the renegade outpost star systems. Many of them accepted the devil from Draco, which in Greek is Draconian in the New Testament, and the beast in Greek is Thero, or theory. We always hear about theories being put forth. What is the origin of this? It's theory. Live the American dream. That's a theory. It ain't real, but you fall for it. You fall for it because you don't know the difference between fact and fiction anymore. All of your science about who you are is housed in the Science Institute in Atlanta, Georgia. Separate section dedicated in this science museum, but it's written all in the comic books. And the professors go there and read this stuff regularly. They've been reading since they were little kids. We watch cartoons all the time on television, have no idea who and what it's talking about. And especially the Klingons in Star Trek is supposed to be us. But then now they show that they've sold out. And mind you, whenever I hear a term or expression, I have my Hebrew dictionary handy, and I look up these words in Hebrew. And it tells you exactly what's going on and who's being spoken about. This is any movie or show, I tell you. See, again, we lost our ability to speak different languages. Many of you can no longer read the name or the or understand the word that's up on the sign in the town that you live because you don't even speak the language no more. But we've been lied to and told all of us of color is here via somebody dragging you on the hold of the ship and bringing you here. There was a Moorish empire established in this Western Hemisphere. And the Europeans and their archives said that when they came here, they must have been somewhere in the neighborhood of at least 150 million black people already living here with a government. Nobody lived in a tent or a teepee. We all were township people, lived in structures, houses, and And I'm involved with a Native American Warrior Society. Let me tell you something. Them chiefs, black like us, they don't play that nonsense. You ain't gonna come in and try to play down the history over here. You have inheritance over here, and just in case for some of you who didn't come by that way, you got inheritance over there and over here. We already knew each other. We had signed treaties with each other. Yes. We didn't grunt. We didn't say no strange words. And nobody was walking around with deerskin on, with his butt showing. Everybody was quite civilized over here. Why do you think they call us noble savages? There's a reason for that. And you know, when you use that in the same sentence, there's a contradiction going on here. But the history about what was set and established here is fact. Some might say, well, were many of them Muslim? Of course they were. The one who negotiated this treaty, which you can get out of statutes at large, this treaty is ratified every 50 years. Next time it's due for ratification is the year 2008. This here is called the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the United States of America and His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of Morocco. Where was Morocco? And don't tell me where it's at over right now, because that's false. New York was called Morocco, and New York is still referred to as the Empire State. This is all in the archives, guys. Y'all supposed to know this. I'm not going to sit here and attempt to hold your hand, because I get frustrated talking so many times, giving so many lectures to people who just get the information and just sit on it. I don't sit on it. The brother here don't sit on it. None of us up here sit on it. You know, we've got brothers, they buy the books and everything. Brother, what's the Uniform Commercial Code I'm supposed to use on the form so I can stop paying taxes? Hold up, let me ask you a question. You have this stuff here? Yeah, you've been in the class? You've been in almost all the classes? Yes. Go home and read your material. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm getting really fed up with it. I just really am. Our people are hard-headed people. The problem that the Empress down in Louisiana is going through right now is this problem. Another black woman out of the Washita Nation is the heir and owner to 3 million acres. The entire western half of the United States belonged to her, including Florida and the Gulf of Mexico. But since we've been told this garbage black history stuff, she comes up and says, hey, black people, look, this is ours. Huh? What? They can't act on it. That's the problem she's going through right now. She's having a difficult time proving that black people was over here and owned the place. We hint at it in history. Many of the black history books, that's why I don't read them anymore. We hint at it. Yeah, there's a semblance that blacks were here because there's a pyramid built in Georgia. Kentucky is named in honor of King Tut, and then we leave it alone. We leave it alone. Why do we do that to ourselves? If you claim you own the entire planet, then you must show yourself all the time in these places. Here's a trick the Europeans doing to us, and I'll show you how we do it to ourselves. In the mountains of Europe, there are nuclear fission reactors. They date back to 18 million years in age. Now, the Europeans who physically live there now, okay, will present to you Lucy skeleton remains found in Africa dating 3.5 million years old. Now, hold up to 2 dates now. You get a nuclear fission reactor, which is clearly an indication of advanced technology. Being older than some monkey woman found in Africa. Come on, read between the lines. It's not hard to figure out what's going on here. The original inhabitants of Europe, when it was not called Europe, were who? Your Ionians. They're black people. They were here before the Egyptians and Libyans. Your pre-Cetacean people from the Seti star system. Oh yes, they inhabited Europe. Yes, they most definitely did. And yes, they were black folks. And if there's any alive today, they still are. But they call them what? Cro-Magnon man? And every chance Europeans try to get, they want to snuff that kind of being out. And I was reading something in, I think, my Discovery magazine, or my Scientific American magazine, where they were discussing that. Where's Cro-Magnon man at? Now, all of this stuff is going right on around us, and we're caught up in these little bitty words, discussing and debating things in English, which is not a language, and we're not even making an attempt to get back to the original. No, why? Because most of us don't have a clue. who we are, what we are. We're trying, we're stabbing at